Well, what do we have here? What's up, guys? It's Apollo here, and I hope you guys are ready for another glorious battle, because today, it's not going to be glorious. No, it's going to be glorious. It's going to be awesome, and today we've got a 4 versus 3, and you're going to be seeing some pretty powerful factions go at it today. So starting with the attackers, we've got Egypt, Nabatea, Egypt, and the Seleucids, or Seleucids, whatever you prefer. I prefer Seleucids. I don't know why. But they're going to be attacking here in today's settlement. And this is going to be a tough settlement. Why? Well, you got a second layer over here. And being that the defenders are outnumbered, most likely will fall back fairly quickly to this inner defense and try to use superior defenses to win, as, you know, the attackers have superior numbers. Now, defending this beautiful castle, or settlement, we've got Lusitani, Saba, and Saba. So there you go, guys. Those are your factions today. And really quick, today's video is sponsored by Displate. Displate makes beautiful metal posters. Yeah, that's right, metal posters. No more hammers and nails. Simply stick a magnet on your wall and you're good to go. They're also recyclable and they don't require any trees to make, which is always a bonus. I recently got some Kingdom Come Deliverance posters and I absolutely love them. They're gorgeous, they're high quality, and again, they're super easy to put on your wall. But there's a huge catalog of artwork on their website, and I do recommend you check that out. And with the holiday season just around the corner, display posters would make for some awesome gifts. And with Christmas right around the corner, they do have a special Christmas promotion going on. So if you buy 1 to 3 posters, you get 15% off. And if you buy 4 or more posters, you get 25% off. Just use the code XMAS at checkout and you will receive those discounts. And also, guys, don't forget, you are a Knight of Apollo. There is a discount code for just being a knight. That's awesome. So just use Pixelated 15 at checkout and you will receive that discount. So go ahead, guys, get yourself a poster for your wall or maybe for someone else. These posters are awesome and I know you guys are gonna love them. Alright, well, it looks like it's gonna begin here with a little bit of a cav charge. We got some Arabian cav, I think on both flanks, going around the Egyptian army. So really quick, again, this is the first Egyptian army. They're over, if you're looking at the mini-map, it's going to be like the top northwest area of the settlement. So they're trying to flank around here, get a little bit of a surprise charge on the Egyptians. Meanwhile, Egypt is pushing up some siege towers on the flank. You can see some troops on the walls here ready to defend. Got some Sabian spearmen ready to hold these walls. Let's see if the Cav can actually pull off anything impressive here. Now, the Arabian Cav, Arabian. What the hell? I'm just making up words now. But they've got Cav on the flank. Very good job here by Egypt defending their flanks. You got some pikemen. You got archers lining up. This is a really good maneuver here by the Egyptians, sending over archers. Try to pick off the Cav from a distance. We also have Lusitani moving over here. Lusitani. Not Lusitoni, as I used to call him. Lusitani, as they push their cav over to this flank as well. Looking like they were going to try to help out their ally against the Egyptians, but I don't know. I don't think they're going to go for it. In fact, it looks like he's calling them back into the city here. So I think Egypt just did a good job defending their army against any kind of sadly out cav. But here we go. Egypt's going to be the first one to go to the walls and start bringing on the pain to the defenders. So leading the charge, we got these carrion axemen. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but we got some axemen. They're actually pretty decent. You know, axes definitely help with getting through some shields and stuff. So yeah, they're taking on spears, so this might be a fairly close battle. So while that's going on, let's check out the other side of the battlefield, where we've got Nabatea, who is beginning to begin their assault. Beginning to begin. All right. But yeah, they're pushing up their siege towers. The other Egyptian army is now moving forward. And it looks like holy Seleucids bringing up all these tortoises up to this corner area of the wall. I don't really expect the defenders to try to put up any kind of defense over here. It's just too much wall to try to defend with, you know, being outnumbered by an entire army. It's going to be really difficult for them to try to do anything defensively over on this side. Now over here, it's a whole different story, which of course they are putting up a good defense. Now, sure enough, the Axemen are doing a good job of breaking through these spears. It's not looking too good for these Sabian spearmen. And it seems the Egyptian tactic here of sending up a lot of Axemen to the walls is definitely paying off. Now we got some mercenary Masgat Marauders. This is also an axe infantry. So a little axe v axe. I like it. We also have some troops ready to plug the gap here with this guard unit. This is actually a pretty solid spear unit, ready to defend and hold against any kind of Egyptians pushing down through the wall. Meanwhile, the other, oh, hold on. The Cav is still in action. We have Lusitani and the 2 Arab Cav pushing over, pushing up. Let's see, they might actually go for a little bit of a diversion here. It looks like, oh, the Arab Cav is getting focused down by the mercenary archers. They are falling back. Ooh, some Javies in there too. Delicious. Now we've got the enemy Cav going around the flank, but he doesn't go for the kill there. It looks like he was gonna go, but again, Egypt doing a good job of just forming a defensive formation around their archers. Now the Cav is going in for some charging in the rear of the infantry, pushing up the siege towers. So it seems the defenders are just trying to take any kind of victory they can get here with this Cav charge. So there they go. They're falling back, reforming. We got a lot of defenders ready to hold the walls. It looks like the Egyptian forces are breaking. You know, I gotta say, I feel like Egypt made a little bit of a mistake here by pushing up their siege towers a little too early. If he pushed up the siege towers here, I would assume it'd be smart to push up these siege towers right behind. That way you're fighting on full like wall here, and you're really trying to overwhelm the opponent. Now we have some friendly Cav coming in. We actually have a general of the Nabatean general coming over to help the Egyptian army. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. So yeah, Egypt's gonna break here. This is a tragic loss for Egypt. Again, I think this had a lot of great momentum to it, but they just couldn't capitalize on it with sending up more reinforcements. The Cav was doing their job, which is slowing down the advancement of the siege towers. Now here we go. We actually do have a little bit of attack going on by Nabatea. So Lusitani is trying to hold here against Nabatea, and here they come, just streaming through the siege towers. Lots of axe warriors pushing through. Over here, we've got some Iberian swordsmen trying to hold this gate and make it so these attackers don't take the gate. But I don't know. It looks like these axe warriors are going to do quite well against the Iberian swordsmen, and I think they're going to be able to take this pretty easily. Again, I don't expect such. I mean, I didn't expect a defense at all on these walls. Now we got some Iberian swordsmen over here, so it just seems like Lusitani is just kind of sending up some basically some cheap troops to try to slow down the advance of the attackers, maybe get some extra kills with the arrow towers and whatnot. But so far, I just don't think it's worth holding these walls. And I know that's weird, right? Because I always tell you guys, you should always defend the walls. Never give up the walls. That is true to a point. There is a point in time where it's like, okay, if we try to hold the walls, we're just going to throw our army away. And whenever you're greatly outnumbered like this, that's usually a good time when you just gotta fall back and use, you know, a less sized defensive position, like an easier location to defend. A less sized? What am I even talking about? You guys know what I'm talking about though, right? Not less sized. I'm never gonna use that again. Basically, you want to fall back to where there's less choke points, so you don't need as many men. Numbers don't matter, you know? That's kind of what I was going for. So the Iberian swordsmen still fighting a good fight, and the Nabatean axe warriors should be able to crush these guys fairly quickly, especially with the Egyptian infantry coming up to support this attack. And now, of course, we have the Seleucids who just tortoised up this wall. And now there's a bunch of breach points in the wall. Soon this infantry is going to, yep, sure enough, they're going to be storming into this settlement. And pretty soon, guys, I think we're going to see a big fight for this inner settlement. Now we got troops retreating, and they're falling back. We got slingers, we got mercenary infantry. So they are just on a full-on sprint to fall back and try to get to safety at the final stand, which makes sense. Makes sense. And it looks like they've given up on this outer defense as well. So there's no more defending the walls, basically. I mean, honestly, the only fight that's going on now is right here. And we're going to see the Lusitani just kind of fall apart at this point in terms of this defense, because they just don't have enough. And maybe the Iberian swordsmen are just buying time so the rest of the defenders can get ready here. But yeah, 15 minutes into the battle replay, and it looks like the attackers are already taking the walls. Well, folks, the attackers have taken the walls, now are moving up to the second layer, the next layer of defense, where we do have some outer forces holding this this hill, basically this road that leads up to the inner defense, which actually looks really cool. Look at that, it looks awesome. So yeah, they're trying to hold this defensive formation here, or this defensive location, I guess I should say. This is a pretty solid spot to defend because, well, technically there's two areas they can push up. So you got this area right here, they could easily move up here. They can also, of course, go this way. So they're going to do their best to try to hold these positions and try to, really what you want to do at this point when you're defending is trying to get the attackers to use up all of their ammo, or at least most of it, before they get to this inner area. Now, the attackers, they're pretty good players, and they're not going to just, you know, spend their ammo carelessly. So they're holding back here a little bit, and they're just kind of letting, I think, Hillman. Yeah, they're sending Hillman first, trying to exhaust the infantry. Now it looks like Egypt's going to begin the push over here. And then over on the other side, of course, Egypt has pushed through. And they also have a breach point they can push through. And now the question is do they push right away, or should they wait until their allies at least get to this position right here, this spot right here, and then push? So that's the question. Personally, I think if Nabatea comes over to the Egyptian side, which it looks like they are, kind of, maybe. They might send some troops over this way. Also, Lusitani has some forces over here. Look at this. We got some guerrilla warriors. But yeah, if Nabatea starts sending an army, his entire army over on this side, then attacking this opening here would not be that terrible. That's a good gap to go through. Definitely a good gap. All right, so let's zoom back in over here where the fight is still continuing. And the Hillmen are most likely losing this battle, as I don't really plan to see them break through these spearmen. And over here, we've got the Egyptians. They've sent up Egyptian infantry. So far, they've just sent up some really crappy troops to try to take this position. Again, I think what they're hoping, the attackers, what they're thinking here, is that maybe if they send up the crappy troops first, the defenders will start using their ammo on them. So it's much better to see crappy troops die from arrows than obviously your more expensive troops. Because the more expensive the troops are, the more you want them to die in close combat, not from a distance. But now Egypt is flanking around over on this side. Nothing is stopping them. Let's see what happens. They need to hurry up, though. They have Egyptian infantry about to break. They got another reserve over here as well. Sure enough, they're going to peel a unit. The defender's Saba is going to peel a unit of Desert Levy. Nice. Kind of stopping that Javi throw right here. I didn't see any Javis actually release. And now here comes another charge of Egyptian infantry. Going to try to push where they're thin now. And there's a big battle of the shiniest turd out in this courtyard. And I say shiniest turd because all these units are pretty crappy. See what I did there? All right. Same thing over here. The Hillmen are pretty crappy. Though these spearmen are not. I would say they're a little above turd level. All right, let's go back over to the other side. Let's see if the Egyptians have pushed. No, they haven't. They moved up some cav. They've got infantry in the back here. They got some archers. There's a little bit of a fight going on. What's left of Lusitani holding out here. Kind of just throwing this unit away. And then Nabatea is pushing up to join forces with Egypt, as they are most likely going to push. But that's it. That's all the places they can push. And there we go. There's some artillery coming down. Look at that. Some siege equipment going for the reserves. Here comes another one. I think this is human controlled as well. Just the way it's firing looks human controlled. Oh, that's pretty nasty. Oh, just misses the infantry. Oh, I mean, that's gotta be frustrating. Being a soldier and just seeing that. Oh my God, the fiery balls come down, embracing your face. It's like a Roman teabag right here with these balls just smacking your face. Look at that, boom. Look at that. So, yeah, they're getting hit hard. He's going to move them up, which is smart. I'm sure he's going to be out of ammo pretty quickly. Woo! I don't know. Putting them in this column formation kind of stings as well. Oh. That stings. That's got to hurt. Over this way, though, finally Sabah's starting to break. Egypt has done quite the number here with these cheap desert levy. And then back over here, it looks like the Desert Hillmen were actually defeated. So now the Seleucids having to send up more Hillmen to the fight. Again, using their cheap troops to try to break through this defense. Have not sent in the elite forces just yet. Very cool. And there we go. Look at Egypt. He's full on pushing. Those thorax swordsmen, yes, they are. That's like the best unit so far that we've seen in action from the attackers. Thorax swordsmen now taking on these mercenary guard. Marib guard. We got the marauders in the back here. Trying to support the infantry with a little bit of a jabby throw, and actually does some damage there. The Egyptian infantry have no stomach to fight. Just no stomach. We got these mercenary marauders, which they really need to try to take out, like get behind them or something. I mean, they've got plenty of the extra infantry if they just sent these guys around like that, or probably better to go like that. What is happening here? Oh my God, there's a ton of friendly fire coming in. You see that? They just destroyed an entire, what the hell are you sliding around for? They just killed an entire back, oh my God, back line of troops, and there's some glitching going on here. You gotta love Rome too, full of glitches. But yeah, an entire unit just moved up past them. And now Egypt somehow is behind. Yeah, what just happened? So they just kind of shifted sides, and now the thorax swordsmen, they're like, you know what, screw it, let's go for these guys. They're gonna charge these men. So there you have it, guys. If they can just break through this unit, it might be time for the Seleucids to push up some better units. Break through this spear and try to get around and help Egypt, and they can push this area together, because it really opens up here. You know, it really opens up down this road, and if you could just full force attack, it's going to be really hard for the defenders to hold this position. And they really need to flank around, like flank around this unit. It's making me go crazy. All right, Jamaican me crazy. All right, you gotta just flank around, bring them down. You know, do something like that. Let's go to the other side. Let's see. Okay, we do have a push over here. Look at this, Egypt in Nabatea. Again, throwing in their weaker troops. Look at this stand right here. Look at the amount of troops over here. This is awesome. Full on charging with everybody's got over here. So a bloody little battle going on in this side of the settlement. And this is a pretty major defense. I mean, look at all the reserves back here. They've got to have plenty of reserves because, remember, they are outnumbered. They didn't really hold the outer area with that many troops. Nabatea is still sending in reinforcements, and I assume they're going to continue to send in reinforcements to help out Egypt. Try to start bringing down this defense. Are the archers firing? No. He's got some slingers up here, but they're holding their fire. Very wise from the defenders. That is because, you know, they don't want to waste their ammo on weak troops. And you got to give credit to this mercenary unit. It has 221 kills. Surrounded. And just now are they breaking. 222. That might be it for them. Let's see if they... Oh, nope. They squeezed in a couple more kills. 224. But they're breaking. Let's see. 25. Definitely getting their money's worth. There we go. That's it. That's it. So 226 kills from that mercenary marauder unit. Very good use. Now, to be fair, most of those kills were on cheap troops like the Egyptian infantry. But that's okay, because now we have an angry horde of Egyptians pushing into these spears. Very cool, very cool. Egypt with their hillmen, or I'm sorry, Seleucids with their hillmen. Still just trying to chop their way through. It's definitely making these guys tired. You see how they're winded? But my question is, do the Seleucids have any elite troops? I mean, it just seems like they brought a bunch of hillmen. No, they do. They've got some pretty nasty troops in the back. I'm not sure why they brought so many hillmen, but they did. Oh, can you go on the wall from here? Like, wouldn't it be cool if a unit could just simply walk on the wall right here? They probably can't, but... Here we go. We got more hillmen taking strategic positions on the map. Lusitani is now sending in reinforcements. They're not willing to give up this roadside here too quickly. Let's go back over to this side, see how this is progressing. So it's looking like the Egyptians are losing this battle, but I don't know. They've only sent in their cheap troops. Are they going to send up more? Yes, they are. They're sending up thorax swordsmen mixed in with the Nabatean axe warriors, ready to bring down the defenses and see how much damage they can do here. Here we go. They're going to start charging them up the hill, and they're going to try to bring down this defense that Saba's putting up. Really good defensive position. Now we're starting to see arrows come in. Look at that. Do you see what this? Do you see what I see? Can you hear what I hear? Can you see what I see? Archers. They're using arrows. By the way, if you cringed, that was good. I was trying to make you cringe, you know? It's different when I'm trying to make you cringe. But yeah, we've got arrows coming down, trying to soften up the defenders a little bit. Finally, the Seleucids have sent in some professional troops like the thorax swordsmen. Now, oh, these guys are getting hit in the back with some arrows. Let's see what happens here. Thorax swordsman moving in. These mercenary guard trying to hold. Let's go back over to the other side of this battle. Let's see what Egypt is doing. Again, sending up more reinforcements. It looks like they got some troops that were they broke and now returning to the fight. Nabatea has thrown in a lot of troops, and really, guys, this is just a big grind. This is your classic grind, all right? Your classic grind of a battle where it's just choke points, and it's the team that does a better job managing attrition, essentially. That's what it comes down to. But yeah, they're doing a good job. I mean, I like how they're slowly sending in troops. The skirmishers have yet to open fire. I think pretty soon they're going to have to. Oh, wait. There they go. There they go. Let's see. Oh, no. They're opening fire and artillery coming down. Going after these Nabatean Axe warriors, trying to soften up this cav. This heavy shock cav. Very nice. Very nice.
Take that.
Egyptians breaking, but it's just Egyptian infantry. It's really no surprise there. And the Royal Thorax Swordsman leading the way. Nabatea kind of acting like a support faction. Acting like a faction that's just going to send up troops wherever they're needed. All right, now we got some archers moving up. Look at this. We got mercenary Cretan archers. Let's see what they do here. I think they're just trying to get a better shot on the enemy. Just get really close and open fire. That way you're super accurate. Look at this officer leading the mercenary force. That's so cool. But yeah, no, they haven't opened fired yet. Maybe they're going to try to get the backs of this infantry over on this side, which is certainly a possibility. Oh, yep, sure enough, there comes the arrows. You see that? So, mercenary marauders getting hit hard there with the arrows. And they're actually, are they falling back here? Nabatea commits to the fight with some noble swordsmen. Egypt is falling back. And we also have some archers up on the hill. Have they been opening fire? Yes, they have. So a pretty intense battle going on right here. And this side has been such a grind that only, I think the first layer of defense has kind of started to die off. But they still have like 1, 2 layers that we can see. Three layers more that they're going to have to fight through. And I feel like Egypt, I mean, they're conserving a lot of their archers in the back here, so they're hanging on to their archers, right? Because they're gonna wait until the defenders are on their last leg, all right? They're gonna wait for that, and then they're gonna go in and start opening fire on the defending troops, and hoping that, you know, with having so many fresh archers with full ammo, be able to just destroy the defenders. Here comes some reinforcements coming in to help hold. Oh, I think they're switching out troops. You see that? They're changing out troops to keep them fresh. I think the archers are out of ammo too. Look at that. They've got their daggers out. That's a bad sign. Oh, here we go. Lusitani's starting to break here. Now we're going to get Saba, who's pushing in reinforcements, try to hold this flank. It's starting to get messy, guys, and I think that's why we're starting to see a retreat from Saba. Oh yeah, full-on retreat. That's a big sign that the defenders are giving up on this area. Now we have Cav trying to go through a gap. God, I love going through gaps. Let's go. Oh wait, infantry turned around to try to stop them. But the Cav's just going to keep on hustling because they're trying to get behind and they're going to support the Seleucids. Let's get a view of this charge. Hell yeah. Gnarly. Very nice. Saba's starting to break there, and that's going to open up this breach point, and they're just going to spew in like a volcano. Magma just spreading everywhere. So there's the final retreat. Saba is getting out of there. With this Cav, I would pursue. I'd try to run down as many as possible before they fall back. Slow them down, because it's much easier to stop them here, hold them up, and kill them, rather than trying to kill them over here with this whole giant bedrock there. So lots of braking going on from Saba. And reinforcements are coming in to support. Coming to support the cause, which is, of course, defending the settlement. It's a good cause to work towards. And I like what I see here. I really do. From both sides, it seems like they're really trying to conserve all of... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Trying to conserve all of their ammo. They're trying to save the elite troops for the end. For example, with the Royal Peltis. Let's see, what else do we have here? Thorax Swordsman, good unit. And then we've got the Pikemen over here, Thorax Pikemen. So they've got a really good force just hanging back that are going to be excellent at pushing through. And they also have, Nabatea has some troops way in the back. I guess they were afraid of archers or something, but they're really hanging back. Really hanging back. Nabatea still has some reserves in the back here. Looks like he's actually got a lot of archers. Again, both sides doing a good job of conserving their ammo. And what is this? Saba's got some cav in the back lines here. The Arabian cav hitting Nabatean's noble swordsman. Nice. Cav's trying to do what they can to do as much damage as possible. Hey, they're absorbing ammo. That's something. Oof. So Lusitani, the Iberian boys, holding this opening. They're like, hey, they're like goalies. Or like a dad, you know, like a dad, like, hey, you can't go in this opening. You get what I'm saying? They don't want anybody through, okay? And still, the epic Grindfest. Grindfest 2019. It's just not happening. There's just so many bodies that the defenders are just tossing in here. I think it's time they might have to send up some pikemen and archers and doing some deadly combos. I know they're afraid of the slingers, and look, I'd be afraid too, but there's not much you can do. Look at that one guy. He's just like, screw it. I'm gonna sling. Oh, okay, now they're all doing it. Hold fire. No, I'm slinging. I'm swinging over here. Swinging is for after the battle. Just sling. And here we go. Nabatea pushing in with some noble swords. Now Egypt sending up some Egyptian infantry. And Lusitani charging downhill, trying to get a little bit of a charge bonus. Some heads are rolling. It's getting pretty bloody over here. Oh, another head is lost. This guy looks a little surrounded here. The Saba guy with the green turban. But he holds on. Look at it, he's chasing people down. He's like, get out of here. You're not welcome here. And so Egypt's gonna fall back, break. And they've got to get pushing. These arrow towers are gonna do a lot of damage if they're just sitting back for too long. They still have a ton of troops too. Look at this, holy poo-poo. That's a lot of troops. Not as much troops over here, but we are starting to see some more elite forces go in. No surprise that they're sending up the pikes last. Really no surprise there. So we'll see what happens. Let's not forget that Nabatea still has a lot of archers, and they're just now moving them up. These archers are going to be key. It's going to be the key to this whole thing. Here comes the charge with the archers going after these thorax swordsmen. Nice little charge once again from Lusitani. Veteran shield warriors. These guys are going to be pretty nasty. Here they go. Ooh, gushers. You just hear that noise. Sometimes you'll hear that blood noise. Like it's cutting someone's head off. Like, see, I should be a sound effects guy. That's honestly something I wanted to do. When I was really young, I was really like into animation. But the more I did it, like I made little short films and stuff, and this was kind of like, this is kind of around when YouTube was very young. And I was just too young and too stupid to really know how to put any of these movies up. But anyways, the more I did it, the more I fell in love with sound design. And just like, I always wanted to be the sound effect guy to make things come to life. See, I could do that all day. Like, all right, let's take 2 decapitation sound effect. Ready? Here we go. Oh, that was a bad one. Take 3. That was pretty juicy. That's like someone stabbing someone over and over. Yeah, it's kind of gross. All right, but yeah, they're putting up a good fight, and Lusitani is doing a good job leading this defense. Saba also has some noble swordsmen and some slingers in the mix. That kind of shows that they're starting to run out of ammo as well. Balance of power is still pretty much the same since the beginning of the battle, which is not necessarily a good or a bad thing. And finally, the attackers are pushing through over on this side and actually putting a dent into this defense. Now might be a good time to send up the pikes. Send up the pikes. There we go. Nabatean Axe Warriors. They're going into the fight. Look at that. Thorak pikemen. There we go. The pikemen have now entered the party. Consider them the party poopers. And I think Saba's going to have a big issue with that. That's why they're kind of forming this V shape. It's almost like they're letting them come into the city a little bit. Because they want to get their archers in range to start focusing fire. They got the slingers over here. Let's see if they can hit these pikemen. I don't know. This is getting pretty rough for the defenders. They've done everything they could do, and they are winning over here so far, this current fight. But is it going to be enough? I don't think so. It's going to be tough, but you never know. Egypt on this side, right here, he's starting to run out of troops. Seleucids still have a bunch of troops, but to be fair, a lot of these troops are archers and hillmen? Question mark? So yeah, they do seem like they are starting to run low on forces. Lusitani trying to put up a fight here. Fire arrows coming in. They're trying to break their opponents. There we go. The Seleucids, I'm sorry, the Lusitani are falling back. There we go. The Seleucids now moving up. Galatian swordsmen, very nasty, very deadly infantry there. It's going to be tough to hold against the Galatian swordsmen. Again, Lusitani using, do they got a good charge bonus? 30. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good for sword infantry. They have a better charge bonus than the Galatian swordsmen. So that's why we're seeing them charge over and over, because they get a little bit of a bonus. And I think that's why they're putting up such a great fight. I mean, this unit has 152 kills, this one 117. And they're pretty quality, like those are quality kills. They're taking on thorax swordsmen and other barbarian type units, like the Galatian swordsmen. Let's go back over here. Look at this, Egypt. Look at this. Look at this fight. It's getting messy over here, boys. It's getting really messy. An absolute grinder. Nabatea starting to break over there. They got some axe warriors, and look at Egypt's just going to throw in more troops to keep the men inspired. Don't fall back. You got plenty of reserves. And now we've got archers moving up. They're a little blobbed up here, though. And sure enough, they are getting hit with slingers. Nabatea setting up those heavy archers. Pretty good unit. Very good unit. I shouldn't say pretty good. They're very good. Very good. Best archers in the game. Actually, they're probably not the best. Maybe, actually, they're one of the best archers in the game. But I think they're opening fire and trying to bring down these slingers. Slingers are starting to spread out a little bit. And there we go. They're going to start slinging. The arrows kind of going after the troops at the end here. Slingers have still not lost a single soul. This feels like a Medieval 2 battle on how grindy it is. It's cool. It's cool. So while that's going on, let's go back over to this side and see how this is progressing. So Lucid's really pushed up a lot of troops here, and Lusitani holding on with these veteran warriors. Now at 214 kills with 40 men left in this regiment, or this unit. And then the veteran shield warriors over here are just shy of 200 kills. These veteran shield warriors have done an excellent job. Look, they're going to fall back again. Why? Because they're going to charge in probably. Or maybe he just wants to, they deserve to live. Let them fall back. Let them regroup. It's a solid unit. And now it's up to Saba to try to hold. Lusitani did what they could. Charging in over and over. Getting over 200 kills each with each unit. That's impressive. That's very impressive. Now we got archers moving up. This is the big archer time. We had archers on the other side moving up as well. So this is it. This is finally when they start activating archers, and they're going to start shooting these guys and try to make them look like Swiss cheese. You can see arrows are flying in over here as well. The Nabatean heavy archers opening fire. Slingers up here trying to face the other side. It's actually a pretty good position, but I would start slinging, but I think they're out of ammo. No, no, no. They don't have their daggers out. Uh-oh, this is not good. Big break over here in the center. This defense is getting thinner and thinner, guys. Thinner and thinner. So, let's go. Well, they got some reserves over here they could send over. But I think what they're going to do is probably put up their last stand right here. They could put a nice line here and hold this town center. You could actually put archers up here too, in this building. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do that soon. And oh god, the grind fest continues. Now it's getting grindy over on this side. I mean, it's been grindy all game. And this is the part where it's like, all right, did you do enough? Did you hold your ammo long enough to where you can start using them now? Like, you know, again, this is a battle of attrition, and did both sides do everything they could to try to conserve ammo, conserve infantry until they absolutely need them? Guess we'll find out who did a little bit better. We got about 7 minutes left in this battle replay. In 7 minutes, guys, we're gonna figure out who's gonna win this one. And look at this. They have broken through. They have broken through the defense, and they're now pushing on the inner defenses. Saba has set up a nice defensive line with this Royal Guard. And over on this side, there's also a little bit of a defense. And this is huge, guys. Look at this huge force coming in. Huge force. Pikemen moving up. So now's the time they need to fall back. They should fall back. Can they fight in here? No, probably not. Then we got archers over here. Oh, look at this. This is a cheeky little move. Archers firing over the walls, trying to hit the defenders. Yeah, they need to fall back and defend this region right here. I'm surprised they haven't set up archers in this building. And then they should fall back over on this side too. And hope for the best. I mean, I guess they're not wanting to give up this area because of the arrow towers, which does help a lot. Yeah, for the defenders to win this one, they really need to rely on a chain reaction, like a chain route, death of a general, something like that to take this. Take it.
Yes, advance at speed. Orders understood.
All right, now the slingers are getting off the building. Their daggers are out. They must be out of ammo. And they are committing all their forces over to the stand. They are not going to fall back and hold this region. Instead, they're going to push up and try to defeat these troops over here, which are still reserves back here of some pretty nice cav. But in terms of infantry, this is it. It's all been committed to the fight. Did they not capture these arrow towers? No, they did. Just looks like they're firing at them. Lusitani sent in their general, which is a Lusitani noble unit. How good of a charge do they have? 32, wow. Wow. And now the pikes have been called into action with the Seleucid Thorac pikemen. And there's a little bit of a retreat here. Look at that. They are falling back. Once again, they're kind of going with that V shape. This V shape for victory, trying to deal with the pikemen. But guys, it's not looking too good for the defenders. What happened here? Looks like both sides kind of gave up on this streetway. We even have the general of Lusitani falling back. Big break going on in the back with the nobles here. There's still a chance for the defenders to win this one. And my God, I'm going to root for them. I don't even care. I should be unbiased, right? But I'm being biased. I'm going to root for these defenders. Because damn it, defenders never win. Bad channel. There we go. The general's pushing out. Look at this. Holy crap. He's pushing out. What is he looking for? Ah, a flanking maneuver. He's going to go for the kill, trying to take out the Egyptian general. A little general on general action. Wow, this is getting hot. They really need a miracle right here. They really need a miracle. And it just feels like over on this side, they're just delaying. It just seems like they're delaying a little bit until they can clean up what's left of these attackers. And look at Lusitani has somehow gotten behind these forces, which is a lot of cav that are just trying to rip through the defenses. Trying to rip through the defenses.
Understood.
Now Nabatean Noble Cav is moving in as well. And guys, I just don't think they have enough. There we go. The Lusitani general has perished.
As you command.
And this is about to be an open flank for Cav to get around and hit these guys on the rear. Not in the good way. Lots of arrow fire coming down. Yeah, it's not looking too good. Cav pushing through. But honestly, guys, the defenders did everything they could to try to win this battle. They did a lot of damage. It just wasn't enough. And I think they would have done a little bit better if they had less slingers and more archers. Slingers, I just hate them. I hate slingers so much. I really do. Let's see. Yeah, but the attackers are breaking through here with ease. They've mostly got slingers from Lusitani. We got a general over here, Royal Guard for Saba, but they're getting focused down by the towers. Now they're going for the capture point. Look at that. They're going for a good old capture. Oh my god, the arrow fire. These poor guys. Yeah, I'd be done. I'd drop my shield and sword, be like, alright, you win. You win. Don't chop my head off. I'll go home. I'll join your army. Now we got the general going after Saba's general. This truly is the nail in the coffin right here. And that's going to be it, folks. That is going to be the battle. An absolute grind fest. But, you know, you got to give credit where credit is due. I think the defenders did an excellent job of trying to hold on to this one and try to win it. I think they were playing for time. Because usually they play like an hour long. You got like an hour to take the settlement. And I think the defenders were trying to play for time. And, yeah, just short of like a couple minutes. Tragic. Very tragic. Let's end the replay and look at the results here. So, this was sent in by Sergeant Major Joe, who also has a YouTube channel. Just look up Joe Own It. So, yeah, he's got awesome. He covers a lot of Rome 2 siege battles. But good job by Nabatea getting the most kills on the attacking side. Actually, hold on. No, he did. But just behind him is Golden. Like, by just, like, 20 kills. Crazy. And then over here on the defending side, we got Billy Blazes. Actually surprised. I thought he did a really good job with the veteran warriors. But a lot of his units died early on because he was trying to hold the walls. And it was just kind of a waste there. Dave the Vassal, just under 2,000 kills. Good job there with Saba. And Lance also doing a good job with Saba as well. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up here. Solid man going into Seleucids. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this siege battle. I will certainly try to get more out there as soon as possible. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on the battlefield.